Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. This is the YouTube channel all about blockchain games, so please subscribe if you're interested in that. So I've done a few videos recently about the Dapper Labs collectibles product NBA Top Shot, and we've been having some discussions online with people about kind of how you kind of work out the valuation of some of these items. They're really NFTs in the kind of collectible product. They're called moments, and in this case they're actually little video clips of people playing basketball, obviously official NBA kind of footage, and I've been pointed to this website. So this is called intangible.market. So this is obviously a someone who knows about programming, or some people who've known about programming have set this thing up, and as we can kind of see at the top here, it is designed to provide market insights about intangible assets, digital collectible assets. Interestingly, it currently only supports NBA Top Shot, and in future will look at other products running on the Dapper Labs Flow blockchain, which is a new blockchain that's just launching, and NBA Top Shot is the first product to launch on that. So obviously the majority of NFT activity happens on Ethereum at the moment, with other blockchains like Wax and stuff like that as well. But so this is kind of a first attempt in a sort of limited kind of a format. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think all this kind of stuff's interesting. So professionally, I've done a little bit of work on this, looking at CryptoPunks and Axie Infinity. It's very hard to do because as soon as you start putting prices on things, if you get it wrong, people are very keen to tell you that it's wrong. And obviously things can change very quickly. The prices can go up very quickly, and prices can also go down very quickly. And there can be different sort of impact within a range of NFT kind of collectibles. The cheapest ones can go down in price. Generally, that seems to be what happens. The cheapest one often go down in price because people want to get into it, and people want to sell them. But the most expensive ones go up in price. So you have these kind of quite different kind of currents going on. Anyway, what's interesting about this? So this is just the kind of default homepage, and they've broken this down into sets. So in NBA Top Shot, you have lots of cards, but you can also collect sets, and this gives you some idea of what the value of a set is. Interestingly, in the game at the moment, you can't actually sell complete sets. I'm sure that will happen because there's no reason why it shouldn't. But we can see here, if you own the base set, there'll be 287 cards, and the value has the current market low. So that's kind of an idea of, it's kind of giving you that's a kind of a low ball value of that would be $2,359 if you owned that complete set. Whereas this one here, the metallic gold LE set, you'd own, in this case, 181 cards, and it'd be worth $7,545, or at least that, I suppose. So I obviously don't own any of the early adopters set, currently worth $72. To me, that's a little bit high. Last time I had a look at it a few days ago, I reckoned about $64, but these things change, obviously. And also this one here I own, the Hometown Showdown, Cali versus NY, and $60. Actually, I agree with that. $60 is pretty accurate to me. So those are the ones I know. I don't know any of these other sets. I'm not really a power user of this particular product. But what I like about this is you can go through and obviously look at what's going on. The UI in this is not particularly great, but it's doing stuff like a lot of these kind of products. They're kind of packing a lot in. So this is looking at kind of sales and valuations, but also looking at the kind of the odds if you're opening packs of these sort of things as well, which is quite specialized. But what you can do, which I think is the most interesting thing here, is you can put in a username and then get a valuation for that kind of wallet. So Flow is, I say, launching as a blockchain. I think it must be a public blockchain, but it's still quite a lot of uncertainty about. I don't think there's an explorer for it yet, official explorer, but clearly people are somehow getting access to the data. There is an explorer. It's a Top Shop explorer. It's not a Flow explorer. Anyway, so let's try and see if I can get this to work by putting in my username and then seeing how much my account is worth. So there we go, account valuation. So I need to put in my username. So let's try if I can remember and do it correctly. So that's my username in the game. It's not really a game yet. There will be a game, but it's currently a collectible. So this is now using my username and then obviously kind of cross referencing that on Flow. So obviously it must be public, I'm assuming. And now we can see all the cards that I've got. So we can see here. So this is so I own one card in this set, the Eastern Conference Final. Marcus Smart is the moment. There's 999 of those. I own one of those. The average price has an average price of $20.6, a market low of $13. And yeah, so there's a few different averages there. Now, what's interesting about this sort of stuff is the market low, because if you're selling within the within a top NBA Top Shop, you can only price in discrete dollars. So I can't price if I'm going to sell this. I can only sell it at $12, $13, $14. I can't sell it at $13.50. So what's interesting here is obviously this is you can see here down this column, these are all the lowest prices these cards have been, because you can only price in actual dollars, whereas all the average stuff is actually averaged across all the kind of sales that it's averaging across. So, but you would think actually, if you're going to be mathematically technical here, all these averages would have to be either should be in discrete dollars. So you should equally, round these up or down, and that kind of stuff worries me. Not so much. I mean, it doesn't worry me like worry me, but this kind of stuff mathematically kind of makes me think that I've only got like 31 cards in my set, so it's not going to be a massive difference. But if you're trying to do this accurately, you should. I'm not quite happy with this being an average that can't be a sale price, if that makes sense. And we kind of see this if we go all the way down, and again, this UI is bad because this should be at the top rather than at the bottom. Anyway, so we can see here, this is the complete set. So it's going to give me my, on this one here, it's going to give me my total average sale and my total market low for my set. So my total, so it reckons my market low is $197. And I like that one more because this is saying this is the market low. Now, of course, if I was actually trying to sell these, I might have to go lower than the market low. So me being a conservative sort of chap, if I was doing this, I might actually have a not necessarily market low, but if I was actually, because this market low means the cheapest this card has sold, the cheapest this card has sold is $13. But if that's the price now, if I want to sell my version of this now, I'm going to have to go below that to $12. So potentially I see this and think in my conservative way, well, actually, if I just wanted to like sell out straight away, the maximum that I would have to sell out is 31, is go below on all of these, and then that would be, I'm down to $31. Of course, for some of these, this base set one here, Joe Harris, the lowest price is $1. So I probably can't sell those ones because the price of that is probably at the moment $1, and I can't go lower than $1. So some of these cards can't be sold if already 20 people are trying to sell theirs at $1, then me trying to sell mine for $1 is not going to sell. So I think this is one of the problems when you think about NFT selling. It's basically what we call liquidity, and liquidity is, can you sell the thing that you've got? How much you have to drop the price in order to sell the thing that you really want to sell. Because obviously some people just might want to go, I've had enough of this, I want to sell it out, or they might want money to fix their car or buy a house, or who knows kind of why we want money. But these kind of things can give people the wrong impression, I think. Which is not to say I don't think this is a really good project, and I would like to see much more of this in blockchain. And I think we will see a lot more of this because it clearly is a massively important thing for a community to know the value of its cards, and for people to know, if I'm gonna spend $100 and then tomorrow want to sell out, can I get $95, or going to have to drop to $50? And obviously the other important thing, which is not really shown here, it would be what's the price velocity of these cards. So this is the price now. What was the price yesterday? What was the price a month ago? What was the price a year ago? Obviously, this is going to come as the blockchain sector gets more mature, and I guess what will happen is we'll see big data sites that will cover not just one product, that will cover, probably not everything, because that would be a lot of work, but the important ones. And that will provide a lot of valuable data to people, particularly the kind of the more high rollers who want to come in and go, I've got $10,000 to spend. What's the best return on investment I'm going to get? Looking at the last 6 months in terms of if I buy the most expensive NFTs in these collectible products or games. So this is like a baby step in that direction, I think. I like it. I wouldn't necessarily agree 100% with it. I would like to see a bit more conservatism. I'm happy to see a bit more on the upside as well. So I'd be happy to see this is what we consider the absolute lowest price of your set if you're going to dump it into the market now and know within a week you're going to sell that through. And I'd also quite like if you keep your set for 6 months, this is our prediction of where that could be. Now, obviously, that is a lot more predictive and potentially a lot more potential to go horribly wrong and probably involve lawsuits, because everything involves lawsuits these days. But you could do that in a much more broad sense. So you could give a quite precise market low, I think. But on the upside, you could go, well, this could be, you could do it to an average of $100, $50, whatever that is. It probably depend on the total value of the portfolio involved. But I think that's going to be a very important thing to allow the industry to grow. So anyway, good job for the people at Intangible Market. I don't totally trust your numbers, but I think that's a valuable thing that you've been doing. And and if certainly if you've got you've been buying in NBA Top Shot, definitely worth investigating. And probably I'll spend a bit more time looking at this sort of stuff as well. If I end up buying more cards, which I probably won't at the moment. I'll spend about $250, and I'm kind of happy with that level of investment. I don't really want to spend any more. There's other things I would probably spend more money on. I am waiting for the game, so there is a game based around the NBA Top Shot collectibles that is called Hard Court. I have no idea what that game is going to be about. Obviously, it's going to be using the collectibles, but I don't know how it's going to work. And I think providing utility to collectible NFT sets is going to be a valuable thing for the whole ecosystem. So we look forward to that. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World. So please subscribe if this is the sort of stuff you like. But thanks for watching, and see you again soon.